Get out my way a little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Diablos and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. On the return, here's Hall. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pickens. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elam. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to number 20.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
56 is the mic. Go! 56, Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Elam. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
They'll run on 1st down. Pickens. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was tackled.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Let's go, D. Mike 52, Mike 52.
They'll try the left side. Pickens. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Elam. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Back to throw. Sherman able to find his running back, Geis. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. This is Geis. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Sherman escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
To throw from his end zone. Elam is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3.
Number 29.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, Elam. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he's able to get it out of there. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sherman being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Off play action. Sherman. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ball. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Mexico City, 1st down.
From the gun, Sherman. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The 14-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Sherman. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Sherman off to Geis on the screen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
Looking to throw on second down. Elam. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Ready. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. What we got?
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over first
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Sherman. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's caught. Touchdown.
to number 85. Touchdown.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance, rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Off the play fake. Elam. Going deep for Diggs. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Punt formation.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Geis with the carry on second down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on third down. Sherman looking left side, and it's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a dump off here complete. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
On third down, Elam. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Geis. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off play action. Sherman. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Returning here is Wright. That'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake. Elam. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Going deep for Diggs. It's caught at the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Now Lutz for the field goal try.
Field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Sherman. He gets it in the hands of Geis. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Diablos.
Throwing on first down, Sherman eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's the end of the
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Sherman steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, Sherman flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw on second down, Sherman forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's ball. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Sherman. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
4 yards.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Elam flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Elam. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching him, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
They'll try the left side. Pickens. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pickens. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll try to left side. Pickens, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Throwing on first down. Elam. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a pickup.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And 7 at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elam. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Pickens, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Mexico City.
Now a run with Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Geis again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sherman. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And the Bills are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they work this out past the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
On first down, Sherman. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now the Bills will bring the offense out onto the field and go for two here. The toss running left. Pickens. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Diablos 29. Bills 19.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first and 10, Sherman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. They'll try and burn some clock with Geis. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And it's third down.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ball. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory.
Complete.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Looks like he'll throw here. The quick slant caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
To number 85. Touchdown.
Now, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Keeps the score at Diablos 35. Bills 19.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Elam. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on first down. Elam, he's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off play action. Elam. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Deuce, 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 deuce. To Mike. 56 is to Mike.
Off the play fake. Elam. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Operating from the gun, Sherman. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
The Outlaws 30.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for our visitors, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.